you have a herald?
Anyway, is there a herald here?
We have a silent one. This is court 3.
Pray attends, good populace. Wait.
That's sign language. Play it down.
Okay.
No, it's gotta be.
All right, focus. We begin this ceremony with the traditional hand washing. Are we prepared?
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah.
Tradition.
I didn't know that one. And now the squirrel guards. Our squirrel is handling it.
And there are speakers, worthies, who would speak for this man.
Is there a member of the Order of the Chivalry who would speak?
That would be my honor, Your Majesty. I'm Hulk Brimmel. I met this good gentle literally in the trenches one day, digging a hole. We became fast friends that day as he literally sat there and serenaded me to keep me company as we were in the blistering heat. And we said, well, we can be friends. We'll catch up at the next event. So I showed up at the next event that we were at. And we didn't see each other because he was working. He was over on the front weapons field all day long. So we caught up and said, hey, we'll get together at the next event. We show up at the next event, and he was working. And this cycle has continued at almost every single event that we have ever been to. So today, when I tell you this man is my peer, I do so he will hold still long enough that we can sit down and chat at an event.
Is there a member of the Order of the Laurel?
That would be my privilege, Your Majesties. Your Majesty's assembled populace. I am Lionel David, Baron Sigurdstone, and Laurel. The laurel represents the arts and sciences. We take the time to study and practice and refine things until we can take what we've learned and make it into art. I met this gentle about the time he got to the kingdom. And in the time I have known him, I have watched him spend so much of his own time practicing and refining and creating and giving of himself to all of Atlantia, enriching this kingdom in ways that inspire me to do better laws. I cannot think of words, any better words than to represent him for this week.
Is there someone who would speak for the Masters of Defense?
I have that honor on behalf of Duke Ragnar.
And I'm going to apologize.
He has words. Indigo Montoya, sum up.
Have
He
you
said
met
that last night, and I'm like, you're going to be in trouble.
You should have given him a time limit.
Unto their Majesties Atlantia, their Highnesses, their Excellencies Ravens Cove, the August Order of the Pelican, and all other gentles in attendance here now are the words of Duke Ragnar Blackhammer, Knight of the Society, Master of the Orders of Pelican and Defense, Baron of the Court of Atlantia,
We'll take it.
and Nonpareil. Today I have the great honor to send words as a representative of the Order of Defense to illuminate the worthiness of the man known as Baron Eadulf. These words are being presented today by a dear friend of us both, Patron Miriam. Members of the Order of Defense, beyond their martial prowess, tend to be gentles of letters, well-versed He has typos in here. I'm just going to apologize for that. In many and sundry activities, they make up the counselors and courtiers of the court and can be found both supporting the kingdom in various ways. Beornwaldes is touched in that same fauna. You may not know it to look at him, but at some point Eadulf must have spent time in the company of a jester. Now, nowhere else could he have learned to so deftly juggle as many balls in the air as I see him cast so high. Balls of seneschal, brewer, father, husband, marshal, friend, teacher, worker, marksman, and last but not least, caregiver. He does a stalwart job of keeping the ball of Attilium in the air with his good works as seneschal. Along with his loving wife, Squirrel, he has raised two smart and strong, independent young women and continues to help them as they are ready to face the challenges of the world. As a brewer, he is an alchemist with skills few can match. The funny thing is, he doesn't tend to drink much of what he makes, making it more for the enjoyment of others and often gifting bottles to the crown or to his baronage so they can enjoy them and use them as gifts. He is a loving husband who cares for his wife and often puts her wants or needs in front of his own. There are those that would say this does not make him just a juggler, but a wise man as well. Having moved to southern Atlantia as an advanced scout for Sir Cedric, he took on the role of thrown weapons marshal and was often the only reason the event had the ability to have a thrown weapons competition. Even now with Sir Cedric in southern Atlantia to share the load, it often seems like a contest between the two of them as to who can marshal more. I say to you that friendship is one of the balls he is thrown in the air because I truly believe that while throwing and juggling a vast array of things in the air, trying desperately to control the chaos, if a person he cared about reached out and was in need, he would find another hand just so he could lend it to them. The breadth and depth of his marshalling has already been touched on. But what is truly remarkable gift is that he's running ranges and directing competitions. He is also spending a large amount of time helping and teaching those new to thrown weapons. He's an incredible ambassador of his chosen discipline. The next ball he catches and returns to aloft is labeled worker. Eadulf agrees to run thrown weapons range at an event. That means he's bringing the targets with him, setting them up, marshalling the range while it's open, and breaking it down at the end. Even after doing all of that, if he walks by and someone else is breaking down a tent, he stops and helps. The next ball is the easiest for him to catch and return, the one labeled marksman. That is because he is one of the most gifted throwers in the kingdom and often at the top of the throws when he actually does get to compete. The last ball is the one that he treats with the most attention and greatest care. While balls of friendship, father, husband, teacher, etc. all have giving aspects to them, there is a ball specifically labeled caretaker because he has done this whole amazing juggling act while taking care of the person dearest to him in one of the most difficult times. I started off this missive with a long list of my titles and accolades. The funny thing about that is they mean very little to Eadulf. Not that he doesn't respect these things that I have earned, but rather he respects me because he knows me and my character. That's the way he treats everyone. He is much more likely to refer to me as Rags or Bud instead of Your Grace, because he knows that when you get down to it, we're simple men, and respect is given by demeanor, not just words. From your friend Rags, I could not be more proud of you and cannot wait to welcome you into this order. Your Majesties, I would like to say this man is my peer and would do so with this man a disservice if I were not to stand in awe of his character and strength of enduring will. The only just and proper thing to do is to recognize this fine man and give him the honors that he is due.
One more time.
Thank you for sharing his words. So I have the honor of reading the words from Countess Yasmin as the Rose. she sent these to me, and I thought I had a lot of words till I saw the.
Well, mine's in bigger print.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha. So she was unable to make it, and so she reached out to me and asked me if I would read the words, and I happily would do so. Dear Baron Eadulf, I am very happy to hear of your elevation to the Order of the Pelican. I wish I could be here to see this day, but I'm honored that our Queen Juliana agreed to read my words. I understand that she may be as big a fan as I am. As a newish Lady of the Rose, I'm always honored when someone asks me to speak for them. I have an easy task of speaking of your courtesy and service. I remember meeting you several years back when I took Baroness Squirrel's History of Sign Language class at Sacred Stone on your birthday. I was so impressed with Squirrel, and I admired how supportive your wife and family as a whole, how supportive you were of your wife and family as a whole. As time passed, I would see you at events, and you somehow managed to always find me to speak to or direct me to the activity that I was headed to. After referring to you as Squirrel's husband for about a year, I finally learned and remembered your name. You were awarded an opal during Auburn and Anya's first reign, and Afshin and I were delighted to add you to the King's Missileers during our reign. Thank you for keeping thrown weapons going at events by marshalling and participating. You were awarded a Master Thrower status from the East Kingdom long before you came to Atlantia. Our thrown weapons champion, Jayala, and the rest of the thrown weapons community can't say enough good things about you in that regard. I want you to know that I have started participating in thrown weapons more because of your encouragement. During our reign, I got to know you and your service and courtesy better. Having greatly enjoyed drinking and sharing the mead that you have made with Atlantia and others in the known world, I especially loved the elderberry flavor and your Brochet, okay. Having attended a mead tasting at Penzic 50, I met some of our renowned brewers from around the kingdom, and I can say wholeheartedly that your mead making skills are top shelf. Again, you're always discreet, pulling me aside, letting me know of goodies that you brew. I greatly appreciate you donating some of the wine tasting I hosted 2 years ago at War of the Rings. Since then, it's been delightful seeing all of the interest and participation in the Brewers Guild, of which we are both members. I was so ecstatic that we were awarded a fountain by their majesties together for participating in the Brewers Guild at War of the Winds last year. In preparation for today, I looked over your OP and noticed that the first award you received, aside from the AOA, was a Consort Award of Esteem and Court Baronage in the East Kingdom. As a Lady of the Rose, I can attest that you have continued to demonstrate courtesy and service here in Atlantia without let up. You have helped. You have added to our numbers and enjoyed at events by demonstrating that the SCA family starts at home. I have a lot of respect for you as you demonstrate kindness and leadership, setting an example for other husbands and fathers in this organization. Because of all of these things, I am so very pleased to call you my peer. Thank you, Baron Eadulf, for all you do and continue to do for me. Yours in service, Countess Yasmin Clark.
And is there a member of the Order of the Pelican who would give us their words?
Yes, I am Eadulf's peer, Eadulf's Pelican, which is not something we announced. If you know the history, then you understand, but we did this at Ruby Joust last year, and it was kind of a, you want to do this? Yeah, okay, fine. It was, real formal. I'm not going to repeat all the wonderful things that everybody else has said. If you haven't seen Eadulf's, keep saying it, wiki page, you should go to it and take a look, because his list of accomplishments is amazing. Yeah, it's really ridiculous. But like so many of us, he came from another kingdom. It's a common theme across the SCA. You move kingdoms, you are so screwed for awards and things. And it happened to me, it happened to him, and it's happened to many, many other people. We just have to fight against it. But Yeah, Eadulf is wonderful. He teaches so much. He works so much. He never spends time at events to take care of himself a lot of times. So, yes, he is my peer and always has been. And thank you so much for this opportunity.
Well, we have heard the words of many wise, the wise words of many good candidates. Sorry, members of the order for this candidate. That's what I'm trying to say. This is a bit of an unorthodox vigil. I believe the candidate will be tending bar and getting advice from people. That's cool. I'm jealous. So, I'm not sure. Normally we would escort you away to some private thing and talk about stuff, but I guess we'll just commence with bar time.
Party.
The
There are games over here.